we are
Well,
a couple of days away from Jamaican Independence Day.
Yeah.
Anyone know what year Jamaica became independent?
1962.
Right. And we were the first sovereign nation, is it? That's how them
First, yeah. Yeah.
And it's
First
also,
Caribbean.
what is it, 6th of, what is it,
6th of
Independence was the 6th of
August.
August, which
Yeah.
is also
Yeah.
my mother and father's
Wedding anniversary.
wedding anniversary.
Yeah, they got
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got married on
It would have been
That's
46
actually
years.
my
Yeah.
anniversary date as well.
Okay. Okay.
If you,
Your
can, if
anniversary?
you can call it a anniversary when you have a partner. Yes, the 6th of August. 6th of August.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm with you now.
Happy anniversary, Neil.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Yes, explain to me sovereign state. What does that mean to you, Ange?
I'm not sovereign
Why
state,
not?
but I know Jamaica was the first Caribbean country, they say, to obtain
away.
Independence. That's what they
Was
say.
it? Was it the
Yeah,
first?
Yeah, they say it's the first.
But did
first
they really
Caribbean.
break away?
Well, this is it.
I mean, I think on paper, maybe.
And have we advanced as a nation? You know, unfortunately, and I shouldn't say unfortunately, but some things were probably better under the rule, and
Well-
other things have advanced. But Jamaica was one of the first, if not the first country in the world to have a railway,
Yes, yes.
and that was under the British rule. That was something positive.
We had the pleasure of going on that
yeah,
railway.
like, me and Angie remembers that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going-
1979. We travelled on the train a lot.
yeah.
So wait a minute. So then, when was the Kendall crash? Is it,
I
when
think
was
it
that?
was it,
So that was. I think it was
thought that
after
was-
that then because they don't really
I thought it was
use.
52. I thought it was.
No, we definitely was on that. I remember
Yeah,
it was a
79.
proper steam train.
Yeah.
But after the
remember.
Kendall crash, the railway didn't stop kaput straight away. I think it gradually.
Parts say they
Yeah.
just stopped.
57.
57.
57,
Was it?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah. I've never been in all the years that I've been going to Jamaica. I've never been on a train. Have you?
no,
Because they don't have
only
it
saw
anymore.
goods.
They don't have it anymore.
One
do they?
I
time
don't
we
think
were
that- sorry.
going,
Yeah.
there were only goods trains.
Right. That's what I was going to
operating.
say. They still have goods trains,
Oh,
but they
right,
don't
okay.
have like,
Very few.
passenger.
The passenger train. Yeah.
So what do you remember where you were going?
You'd have
Was
to
it
ask
from?
my mum.
Yeah,
but I remember us using the train a
a
lot.
lot during
So,
that
as
holiday. We used a lot,
transportation,
and I
yeah.
remember the guy walking through
Yeah,
the
bad
carriage.
juice, peanuts. You know, that's how the boys in
That
school
was-
through. They used to sell
Man,
on
I
the
wish I had that
trains.
experience.
It was.
Yeah.
I remember we were excited, and
Yeah.
it was great.
It was better than the buses. I
It
can
was
tell you that.
definitely
Well, there's no.
Yeah.
because it wasn't pack up. It was sit down. You could sit down. You had the seat.
Yeah.
Obviously, the windows could open, so you had the air coming through.
True. Yeah.
And I said you
wow.
could
It
you
was
could buy your
nice,
snacks
yeah.
and
Never had
know
that. Well,
your bags.
Yeah, we didn't have that
didn't
experience.
experience
Yeah.
But they were trying to bring it back. So,
Well, that
you
will
know,
need
but
some billions of
Because the track is still there. It's like
Dollars
I've
of
seen where the
investment.
tracks are still there, but obviously,
yeah.
yeah,
it's overgrown
it still needs
with
to, be
whatever.
updated.
This is one of the things. I mean, I love Jamaica. You know, my very being is Jamaica, and there's a lot of positive things about it. That was just something that came to mind. That you know, that there's negatives and positives about the country becoming independent. I know today we wanted to focus on some of the traditional things that we do as Jamaicans, or that our parents have done growing up, and we seem to be losing some of those traditions because we don't practice them as much as we used to. I mean, one of the things that I always remember growing up is that every school holiday we had to have washout.
Oh, yes.
Oh gosh.
You know?
Oh
The
yeah.
centre cut.
Every
Centre pads.
you know,
That's
they-
what. Because the centre.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry
the-
to cut you, but
Yeah.
the
centre
centre
cut
cut was
is
the.
There's a
the
tablet
the
one in
tablets,
it.
But we used to get the bush.
the bush. She
which
boil
was the
it.
centre pad.
You
and
could
she-
smell it from the
Yeah.
Friday night.
And you used to get the orange cuts. That was like you used to have to drink it, and then
And
she
she
used to
say-
cut the orange as the
Oh,
after
yeah,
bit.
we used to have
That
that
was
after.
with,
You remember we used to line up for the
Côte
cod liver
d'Ivoire.
oil.
Yeah,
right.
Mum used to give
The
us
5 siblings. I remember we
Yeah.
used to have us line up.
Yeah.
And it seemed like a big old spoon back then.
like tablespoons.
A big old
Yeah, that's
tablespoon.
right.
Extra big.
And,
I can
and mum's
smell it.
tablespoon in my little head was like a serving spoon.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
so big,
uh-huh.
Yeah.
you know, and it was awful. But she had the orange cut up,
Yeah,
Okay.
the
and
taste.
you had a little, quarter of orange afterwards.
It was a centipede.
Sorry,
Yeah.
so I think go back to the washout because a lot of people, or maybe younger generation, I don't know,
Won't even know what it
what
is.
washout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
maybe.
So
A lot
can
would
we
know.
ask our cameraman? Do you know what a washout is, cameraman?
You know from
You do?
Nanny Rose.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for the wider audience, if you're not sure what washout is, basically it's a cleanse. It's a cleanse,
Yeah.
what you'd call a cleanse.
It's a cleanse,
But as Jamaican, having Jamaican parents, and this was widely done across the Caribbean, every summer, every school, well, definitely every school holiday
For the
and
6 weeks.
for the 6
Yeah.
weeks, your children were cleansed. You know, so anything that they had going on, they were renewed for the next for the coming school year. So that was a very good practice, and it's something I never did with my children.
No, you of yours, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't give. It's like I wasn't boiling the centipede, but I would
think
give
we
him the
had
centicot.
Cersei. Was it
I tell him to
Cersei?
swallow
And
the
we used to
tablet.
have like, I remember we sometimes had brooklats, which
Oh,
was meant to be,
Brooklats.
yeah,
Yeah,
the chocolate,
yeah.
disgusting.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
I mean,
we
That's
had
why I don't
Brooklats.
like dark chocolate.
Because
was like-
yeah, mum
Oh
definitely
my
had Brooklats.
gosh.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
hated
that wasn't good.
No, I remember I thought it was chocolate and went in the cupboard
Yeah.
and teeth.
Oh my gosh.
And up on the
Man,
toilet.
end up on the toilet.
But going back to the centipede, I said it was a bush that she had boiled from the Friday. I remember the Friday night, and so it's ready. It's brewed overnight. So in the morning, we get up early, and we got to drink that. And I remember her saying to me, because obviously it's like a cup. She's given us a cup to drink, and it's like you're drinking it, and she would say, "If you vomit, we're gonna beat you."
Yeah.
and I remember just like holding my mouth because I'm like, I have to keep this thing in, you know? And then you swallow it, you're thinking, where's the orange? And it's like, oh, I hated that.
Yeah.
I hated it. But Sunday morning now, you get up early again because the toilet. I don't know how me and you used to meet each other using the
Exactly.
toilet. There was no time where I was knocking on the door saying, "Clear, hurry up," or vice versa. Somehow, we're using the toilet. We wake up in the morning and say, "My God, I was up."
Yeah.
She said, "I don't remember. I was up."
That's true.
Yeah.
So that's one that
That's one.
that none of us have passed on to our children. No.
No,
Next one,
really.
sis.
So, next one, sis. I know. Well, this is a tradition by one of my cousins. I don't know if you call it a tradition, but anytime I had bad stomachache, she would say, "Drink gin and salt." And I,
Okay.
yeah,
Gin and
okay.
salt.
and
yeah.
I actually
didn't hear that
one of my boys, Joy. It was Joy, and one of my boys last week had a really bad stomach, and he tried the shop, the over-counter remedies didn't work, and it was like a week. I didn't even realise it was so long because he didn't tell me initially. And I said gin and salt, and so it's about a good heap teaspoon of salt and gin in a little shot glass. You mix it. When you down that, you just feel a warm glow over your belly. You feel it straight away, instantly. Bellyache stop.
But that's
Wow.
interesting because I've heard of the gin and salt, but I've heard that is good for a hangover. So if you've got a
really?
hangover, maybe with a funny, I don't know, funny stomach, maybe if you've been sick.
get that instant
I've heard gin and
burn.
salt for
it's
hangovers.
like you feel it's like it just and it stops just as quickly as it starts. Probably about 10 seconds. You feel a small glow and it's like it spreads. It's like it's burning something in the gut.
So when you do shots,
And then your stomach
Similar.
it stops. Yeah, it does stop. Yeah.
But another for the stomach, Mummy always swears by it. And even the other day, Clea had a funny stomach.
Yeah.
And
Well,
she
I thought
goes-
I had food poisoning. It meant to be for any sort of poisoning
And-
or
yeah.
or
Yes.
busy.
the bissy.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's meant to be just. It looks like. How would you describe it, Clea?
My uncle
It kinda
sent me
looks
some
like-
busy.
Like kind of grounded.
Well,
So
he sent them to me in the bean form, so
Oh,
they're
right.
about that size.
Okay.
Like if you can imagine a huge coffee bean, they're
Yeah,
like
that's what I was
about
going
that
to say. It
size.
looked like grounded coffee.
But then he said you ground it and then you make it like a tea or a coffee.
Yes, that's
Well,
right.
my mum,
And funny enough, sorry crossing you, that was for your for stomach, and he sent that to me for my circulation.
Oh.
Yeah, for
okay.
Paul.
A lot of these stuff have got dual
Yeah.
uses in it.
Yeah.
yeah. they
I
have.
think for me, when I think of upset stomach, like growing up, I think of Cersei, which for years I thought it was Cersei till I realised that it's Cersei.
Cersei.
It's
Yeah.
Cersei, right?
Cersei,
And I remember Cassidy, years ago, my youngest. Cassidy, my youngest, he was about 12, but maybe he was young. And I remember he had a stomach ache, and he went in. I used to buy the Cersei tea bags, and I remember he had a stomach ache, and he got the Cersei tea and made it himself. And I remember thinking, I've done all right. Like, he knows that.
he knows that
he
is-
should take that for his,
and,
for his
and
belly ache.
we knew, like, my grandmother used to always say, Cersei cleanses your blood.
Right.
You
Which
know?
again, my Vera and I recently travelled to Jamaica, and my eldest son sent me a message saying, "Can I get some Cersei for his son because he had teenager bumps, spots,
Right.
whatever you want to call it." And that was Cashron, my eldest, also had really bad skin as a teenager, and it was the Cersei that cleaned, so cleansing of the blood again.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, it's nice that they do remember some of these things.
Yeah. That he knew that.
Yeah,
from
Cersei
back
has
then.
quite a few medicinal purposes. But there are so many herbs that we all know, but we probably don't use in the way that our parents or our elders use. I mean, most of the herbs in the garden, thyme, that I know they drink thyme as tea. Parsley, rosemary is very good for the hair and the skin as
Yeah,
well.
for the hair.
And nettle,
Yeah. And one thing that just came to my mind is like when I remember when my youngest boy, Romario, was not well when he was young and he wouldn't keep anything down. My mum used, like, I'm talking about when he was baby, still having bottle. And she would make him arrowroot.
Oh yes.
I actually saw that on the podcast yesterday.
That's the only thing that he would
keep down.
And he had a lot of minerals in it and stuff.
Yeah.
And
so
that was what he used to
dehydration.
do.
Instead of
and things like
diarrhea,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, in this podcast I was watching, they were saying that arrowroot is what the elders used to use for baby food back in the day. So if the mother didn't have
breastfeed,
if they couldn't feed or they they just needed additional supplement, they would ground and juice the arrowroot, and that's what they fed babies on. So there's so much out there that we can use in terms of for our health. And recently, I'd just like to share, I, as a diabetic, have been having eye injections for the last 8 years. And recently, in the last 12 months, diagnosed with CKD. And so I changed chronic kidney disease.
Okay.
Well, I was actually diagnosed with kidney failure, early stage kidney failure. Changed my diet to try and combat that. It's now moved to CKD from being in active kidney failure.
All right.
And a lot of this was about doing my own research and seeing the foods that do help me. So as I said, part of my health journey is my eyes. Both Virtuous and myself have diabetic retinopathy and what's the other one called? Macular edema, where basically the blood vessels at the back of the eye swell. So I had my appointment a week ago, and for the first time in 8 years, I didn't have to have injections or laser treatment. And I was just so relieved, because even though it's something I'm supposed to have every, it's supposed to be every 6 weeks, I still get frightened. You're going to sit in a chair, your eyes clamped open, you can't look away, and you see the needle coming. It's numbed, but you still feel it. You still jump and jerk. And I don't look forward to it, even though it's protecting my sight. And when they said to me, Nordia, your left eye is might as well say healed. There was nothing at the back of the eye, no swelling, and the right eye had significantly improved. And basically they said to me, whatever you've been doing to combat the CKD is helped, because the same thing that's happening in your eye is happening throughout your body, your kidneys. So where you're trying to heal your kidneys, you've healed your eyes.
Wow.
And people, let me tell you something. There's no bigger foodie than me. Me could nyam till tomorrow morning. And I love food. We come from a family. We love food. Right?
We love food.
And I'd like to think I'm a good cook. And a lot of things that I cook now is not to what was my taste.
Yes.
Because I've learnt to remove sugar. In the Caribbean, they ply us with sugar, salt, and we fry everything. And we can make it taste real good, really, really good. However, it is killing our cells. It's killing our people. And we don't know about this. So this traditional things, some of the traditional things that we do and we love, we have to learn to curtail it
or adapt.
Adapt it. Because all of the things that we love, our meats. If you look at oxtail, pigtail, the head, every part of the animal that the slave masters didn't utilize was given to the black slaves, to the black people who were slaves. So we are used to eating these foods, and as I said, oxtail is one of the much loved things that we cook. However, it doesn't have much nutritional value. And this is the problem. If you think of the Bajan people and souse, which is made from the pig feet, the trotters, the ears are utilized, the skin. I don't know if you know that a traditional thing for Jamaicans is cow skin, and chicken foot. Tripe.
About all that. Oh, always says, why should I be eating tail? Tail, mum. Want to eat someone's foot?
When you look at that chicken foot, I mean,
he's saying skin.
Last time I saw it,
why would you eat skin?
The cow skin is it's not for me.
It can be made to taste very nice,
but that's why we season it and we make it to make it taste good.
And it can't cook in 2 minutes.
That's right.
Got to cook for hours and hours, and we make it so that we can eat it, but it clogs up the veins,
the arteries.
It clogs up the arteries, and those are one of the things that cause, your heart disease, kidney disease, diabetes. One of the biggest things. We will come back to this another time, because this can go off in so many different directions. But one of the ways that I learned to combat my love of food and how I learned to cook, which was a lot of things we don't braise it, we fry it and then we cook it down afterwards, is and a lot of things we add sugar to. Virtues and I were in Jamaica the other day, and we had KFC. And the coleslaw was
so sweet,
shockingly sweet. They always used to put sugar in, but so man, and a lot of people will love it, but because I've reduced,
I was going to say,
the
more you reduce, then you're going to feel heightened.
Right. So when I tasted it, I was like, what?
So sweet.
But then when I said to Virtues, she was like, no, it's really sweet. And all the coleslaw was left. The group of us that bought it, we couldn't eat it.
You put sugar in everything.
One of my things that I do is add herbs, especially fresh herbs. So wherever, if you can take out the sugar or the salt. And initially if you think, without salt it doesn't taste good, replace it with another herb or spice. And honestly, I can make food that is so tasty now, and there's no salt in it, or there's no sugar, or you use a sweetener that is not processed, like honey or
Molasses.
Good honey, though.
Good,
Good
yeah.
honey.
Yeah,
good
exactly.
honey.
Yeah,
But the honey that we get here,
It's full of sugar.
full of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
honestly,
full of sugar.
it's processed, and that is the key thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where you can, especially for the herbs, because it makes such a difference to the food, grow it yourself.
yeah.
Grow it yourself.
I
people.
remember growing up, like when mum was like cooking, she'd like go outside and
Get
Yeah,
the
yeah,
time.
Mum
yeah.
used to say,
Used
don't
to,
get the time
the
or-
thyme or the scallion.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Or, you know, the
Yeah.
rosemary. Used to be in the
Yeah.
I
garden.
do. I have
Yeah,
thyme,
it's true.
It's so
scallion,
true.
sage, parsley. There's just so many. Oregano, and they taste completely different from
Yeah.
the dried version
Yeah.
that we're
Yeah.
used to. You know, so
shop
yeah,
bought ones.
that is a good thing. What else about Jamaica people?
One thing that came to my mind is that when I was younger and we used to go to Jamaica, this was when there was pit toilet and no running water and stuff.
Stupid toilet. Stupid toilet.
And it's like, I used to always like go and, you know, drink the rainwater and get sick. And I used to be really sick, like just in the bed. And my mum's dad, my granddad, he used to have the ganja with white rum just soaking. And he used to give me teaspoons of that, and that used to get me better.
But do you remember
You know, medicinal.
how he prepared it? He
Yeah.
actually
Medicinal
prepared
purpose.
it by, he put the rum on
Oh,
it. He
yeah,
said,
and
but
he
he
used to
bury
bury
it in the earth for something like 9 days.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, and then take
and
it
then
out,
take
and
it
then
out.
it's matured enough, and then just give her like a little teaspoon of
very,
it.
very, very,
Just
Yeah.
for you, Chloe.
Just for you.
That's why she was sick.
Yeah. She wanted that. That's what it is.
Give me some of that ganja tea.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, so both things were.
But it's
medicinal
funny
purposes.
that you say about
Medicine.
burying in the ground, because remember that's how jerk. That was one of the processes
Oh
of
yeah,
jerk.
yeah,
food.
yeah. It's true.
And you know that it was the slaves, Nanny of the Maroon.
Okay. Yeah.
She was a freedom fighter.
Yeah, freedom
in
fighter,
Jamaica.
yes.
So what the Maroons used to do is when they used to cook, they would dig a pit in the ground. They'd season the meats, pimento, spices, peppers, and then they would wrap that in leaves and put it on the coals in the ground and then cover it. And then they'd cut, because they didn't want the smoke to be seen.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how jerk, you know, came about in Jamaica. So.
And also, as well, just saying about food, I remember, like, with this whole, I'm not saying the whole vegan thing, but the raw food, which is not, growing up, we weren't used to eating raw food.
But like
And
sushi you're talking about? When
No,
you
not
say-
sushi,
what do
like
you mean?
raw, like, I get, you know,
Just
like,
like
so people eat,
vegan.
like raw
Oh, you mean
vegetable,
like broccoli?
yeah.
Like
Right,
okay,
rather than
yes, I
cooking,
understand.
because
Yeah,
obviously,
vegan,
and I remember
yeah,
like growing up, when you think of like how they used to in school mostly, when they cook the vegetables, they would boil
Yeah,
boil it out.
it
Yes.
soft and
It
soggy.
was
And
like
then-
mushy.
Yeah. And I think like now, obviously, like how I cook my vegetables, are like I like them hard.
Crunchy.
But I remember saying to Dad, I had gone to this place, this vegan place in Shoreditch, and I had raw plantain for the first time. This
Yeah,
is, right?
yeah.
And I remember saying to Dad, I was like, oh God, Dad, did you know you can eat raw plantain? He was like, my love. Yeah, he said growing up in Jamaica, he said, obviously grew up in the country. He said it wasn't until he got to Kingston that he knew that you could cook
fry
plantain. He said that they used to eat it like a banana.
I see.
Wow.
And he said like his dad was a farmer, and he said they'd go to the ground, and he said, you know, as a matter of fact, he said sweet potato, and I was like, sweet potato? He said they used to knock off the
dirt, like
dirt into the sweet
Like
potato.
an apple.
Wow.
Yeah, like an apple. Yeah. So Dad said he like all the things that where you've got to cook them, but he said they ate them raw. Like he said he was eating plantain raw.
Because I was surprised the first time I ate a plantain raw, because it
doesn't
actually
taste-
tastes like plantain.
Yeah, it doesn't taste any different.
Yeah.
It just tastes like it's cold, right?
That's
but
right.
It just,
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you eaten it raw?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Have you
had it at a
I've
vegan.
never
at a
had
Never had it?
vegan.
No.
It just it's to get your head
Yeah.
around.
That's
because you're
right.
just
Because I
thinking,
thought, is it going to
upset your
make your
stomach?
That's
stomach,
right.
yeah.
But no.
No,
Yeah,
Dad said
tastes-
they eat like banana.
Yeah.
So they used to eat like banana, and it tastes absolutely fine.
And you know that you're getting
I was
all
saying
of the
that we
nutrients
fry a
out
lot
of
of
it.
foods, but
Yeah.
we roast a lot of foods as well.
We overcook
Cook
our food.
food.
That's
No,
what we
no,
do.
I meant traditionally. We would roast yam, and we would roast
Yeah, yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of these,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
foods
yeah,
and gram
true,
provisions. So
Yeah.
it wasn't all poor cooking. Yeah, a roast breadfruit. I remember when I said to Dad, I saw this podcast, this thing on social media, and then Dad, you can do breadfruit in the oven. He said that person don't know what they're talking about.
Why? What did you mean?
Because he's saying because the flavour. Obviously, when you
They
roast
used to
it.
wrap it open fire, innit?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's saying that it can't taste the same, and
Well, it probably can't taste the same.
yeah,
It
but
probably wouldn't taste the same.
he's like, I don't want to try it. I said we can try it. No, I don't want it.
But you do it on the stove with.
I have done, in foil.
In foil,
and
right.
keep turning.
That's how mummy. That's how mummy does it when she's doing it.
Yeah.
Jamaica, man.
Jamaica.
Got lots to
Beautiful
offer.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Lots.
What were you going to say?
Yeah, another time.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, another time.
Yeah, we need it all good. We want to keep it good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's George.